بسم الله والحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تمسك بسنته بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending the salutations upon the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, and upon his family, his companions, and upon all those who follow upon his guidance into the establishment of the last day. To proceed, ikhwan, Allahumma inna na'udhu bika min ilmin la yanfa' wa min qalbin la yakhsha' wa min nafsin la tashba' wa min du'a'in la yusma'. Verily, Ya Allah, we seek refuge with you from knowledge that has no benefit, and from a heart that has no fear, and from a soul that has no satisfaction nor contentment, and from a dua that goes unanswered, To proceed, ikhwan, فنواصل معكم في هذا اليوم المبارك عونا من الرحمن الرحيم. So we continue in this blessed and noble day of ours, seeking the aid and the assistance of our Lord, the most merciful and the most compassionate. مستفيدين متعلمين من اللغة العربية as we continue to learn and derive benefit from the science of the Arabic language. فبحمد الله وصلنا إلى باب السادس. So by the praise of Allah, we have arrived at chapter number 6. ووصلنا إلى صفحة 50. And we have arrived at page number 50. Page number 50. فَمَنْ يُذَكِّرُنَا بِفَائِدَةٍ تَعَلَّمْنَهَا قَبْلُ. So who can give us a benefit that we learned previously? A benefit that we learned previously. From the wasn't what? أفعلون. Which one? We learned the wazn. What was the wazn that we mentioned to focus on? Al-aslu al-madha al-ra'isiyu. The foundational scale that the Arabs they use. Fa'ala. فعلينا نحفظ هذا. So we have to memorize this يا إخوان. فعل, 3 letters. فعل. هذا الوزن هو الوزن الأساسي. So this wazn here, فعل, is the foundational scale that the Arabs use. فعل. So this is al-wazn al-ra'isiyu, the foundational wazn. Al-wazn al-asliyu. This is the foundational wazn, the fundamental wazn. If you memorize this scale, you'll find a lot of good. Al-wazn al-asliyu is fa'ala. فعل. Al-wazn al-asliyu. This is the foundational wazn, the fundamental scale for every word. Fa'ala. We're on page number 50. Page number 50. So اكتبوا هذا. Everybody write this down يا إخوان. فعل.
That's a dot on top of the Dhamma.
A dot on top of the Dhamma. I think that's just my screen. That's just my cursor. For some reason. I gotta get out the way. That's better. فعل فعل. طيب وكتبنا هذا قبله. We learned this before. We wrote this down before. فلعله عندكم. So perhaps you have it. طيب. طيب. خذوا ورقة جديدة. Take out a new piece of paper يا إخوان. Take out a new piece of paper. And I want you to write in a big print. In a big print. Fa or fa ala. In a big print. Fa'ala. So let's take away the vowels. لا بأس. نحذف الحركات. Let's take away the vowels. طيب. هنا فعل. Can I make it a little bigger? What's the biggest I can write it?
It doesn't matter what that sound on you from that angle.
Yeah, Abdemal, you might have to come over here because the sun is about to get you.
Or do you want to turn the board?
I'm good.
Alright.
طيب. So the fa هنا is the أول الكلمة. Is the first letter. So we're going to write the fa. You're going to write is the first letter. So you're going to say fa'ul kalima. The fa is called to the Arabs fa'u al-kalima. This just means the first letter. So our root is fa'ala. For those that read in the book, we're on page 50 and the second paragraph. So the fa is fa'ul kalima. Means first letter. The letter, first letter of the word. So remember, fa'ala is your foundation. So the fa is the first letter of every verb. So we call that fa'ul kalima. Fa'u al-kalima. Meaning the first letter of the word. That's all that means. It's a fancy way to say the first letter. The first letter of the word. Talking about the verb. Let's make that smaller. No. طيب. So the fa from fa'ala, you're going to write fa'ul kalima, which means the first letter of the kalima, of the word. So the ayn is the second letter. So you're going to call her aynul kalima. Fa means 1, ayn is 2, lam is 3. So the fa is the first letter. You're going to call her fa'ul kalima. The ayn of fa'ala is aynul kalima, meaning the second letter. So remember, our root is fa'ala. So now we have the ayn from fa'ala. So the ayn you're going to call aynul kalima. The ayn of the word, meaning the second letter of the word. Aynu al-kalima. All this means is the fa is the first letter. The ayn is the second letter. The lam is the third letter. That's it. So the aynul kalima is the second letter of the word. So now we're going to write second letter of the word. Second letter of the word. So the fa'ul kalima means first letter. Aynul kalima means second letter. Lamul kalima means third letter. That's it. Fa means 1, Ain means 2, Lam means 3. So one more note to take down. You're going to write the Lam, the third letter in the word. So the Lam is called Lamu al-Kalima, which means the third letter. That's it. Lamu al-Kalima, the Lam of the word, meaning the last of the word, the third letter of the word, the third letter of the word. So we have 3 new terms. I want you to write these new terms 5 times each for homework. First term, his name is Fa'ul Kalima, the Fa of the Kalima. What does Fa mean? First letter, that's it. So our first term, Fa'ul Kalima, first letter. We're gonna write this for homework 5 times. So we have 3 terms, 5 times each, 15 times. So our first term, you're gonna write Fa'u al-Kalima. First term once again, Fa'u al-Kalima. First letter. Fa represents the Fa from Fa'ala, meaning first letter. So Fa'u al-Kalima, once again, first letter. So we're gonna write this. Every root word, every verb. Yep. After we write it down, I'm going to give you an example. So we're going to write this 5 times. All this means is first letter. It's just a fancy way to say first letter. These are terms that the scholars of Arabic use. Instead of saying the first letter, they say Fa'ul Kalima, the Fa of the word. Fa means 1, first. The first letter of the word. Her name is Fa. Fa'ul Kalima. So we're going to write this 5 times. You know it'd be nice sometimes too, Shake? If we just sit on that side sometimes. The sun will never come over there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think we can angle that board a little bit.
To take some of the, you think it'll block the sun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you see?
It's just the sunlight that's hitting it.
It's going down.
See if it come this way just a little on your side. Oh, that's perfect.
I can see.
Now you're
now
gonna move
shit.
the projector. Oh, the sun's still there.
Yeah, still same.
It's still there, don't worry.
Can you see it, sis?
You okay, Arshis? Alright. So what does Fa'ul Kalima mean?
First letter.
First letter, that's it. A fancy way to say first letter. Second term for homework, 5 times each. Ainul Kalima. This should be Arabic. Ainu al Kalima. What does it mean, Abdul Malik? Second letter, that's it. Just a fancy way to say second letter. Kalima. So this should be easy for most of you. Ainul Kalima, second letter. That's it. Second letter of the word. So we're going to write this also 5 times. وَالتَّعَبِيرُ الْأَخِيرُ, in the last phrase, Lamu al-kalima. The lam of the word. Meaning the third letter of the word. That's it.
The first sentence that you gave us though,
Uh-huh.
that was an al-was, noon.
الوزن الأصلي. الوزن الأصلي. Who knows what wazn is?
Wasn't it the structure?
The structure, the shape. Our sister says the pattern. That's a good translation also. The pattern of the word, the shape of the word, the structure of the word. The wazn. Naam. Pattern, structure, shape. طيب, our last تعبير, our last phrase. طيب, لام الكلمة. لام الكلمة. The third letter, the lam of the word. لام الكلمة. الكلمة. لام الكلمة. What does the lam al-kalima mean? Third letter. That's it. Fancy way to say third letter. Third letter of the word. لام الكلمة. طيب. So now يا إخوان, what's our wazn al-asli, Abdul Malik? What's our foundational pattern? Foundational structure? MashaAllah, sent. Sheikh Abdul Wali, what science are we talking about in Islam? What science? Huh? Trick question. Oh, what do you say when you don't know?
Scratch his age.
One of our sisters, what science are we studying? Arabic. Alhamdulillah. Jamila.
That's gonna.
What do you say when you don't know Sheikh Shamsuddin?
I was looking at it.
Oh, one of our sisters? What do you say when you don't know? La adri, mashallah, sense. I don't know. طيب, so look here يا إخوان. We have فعل. طيب. You're not going to be able to see my colors because of the sun. We try our best. فعل. So the fa just means first letter. The ain just means second letter. And the lam to dark. And the lam just means third letter. So for example, write darasa. Write a new verb. Skip a line, and I want you to write darasa. 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 طيب, first question. السؤال الأول. Question number 1. عبد المالك. أين عين الكلمة? Where's the عين الكلمة in the word درس? Which letter? ضراء. MashaAllah. So ضراء is عين الكلمة. That's it. What does that mean? ضراء is the second letter. That's all you're saying. It's a fancy way to say first letter, second letter, third letter. Inshallah. So Dora is Ainul Kalima. What does Ainul Kalima mean? One of our sisters? Second letter. That's it. طيب, Sheikh Shamsuddin, أين فاء الكلمة? Where's the فاء الكلمة? In the verb درس.
Down.
MashaAllah, accent. The dal. So the dal you're gonna write is fa'u al-kalima. Is the fa'u al-kalima. What does fa'u al-kalima mean? Sheikh Abdul Wali? First letter. That's it. So we have darasa, the scene. Shamshid, whose turn? One of our sisters. Is the scene in darasa fa'ul kalima, ainul kalima, or lamul kalima? Lamul kalima. That's it. So now we have the scene. We're going to write lamu al kalima. Al kalima. What am I forgetting? My lam. Who doesn't understand? هذا سهل يا اخوان. It's easy for most of you, صح? Inshallah. Who doesn't understand? We have fa'ul kalima, ainul kalima, lamul kalima. What are we saying when we say fa'ul kalima?
Structure.
First letter. What about lamul kalima? Third letter. Ainul kalima.
Second.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. That's it. طيب انظروا إلى صفحة 51. Turn to page number 51. تعلمنا وزنين. We learned one wazn so far. Today we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to try our best to finish. We're going to try our best. We did one wazn. ما هو المقصود بالوزن? What's the intent when you hear the word wazn?
Structure.
The structure of what?
Of the word.
Of the word. That's all you're talking about. The structure, pattern, shape. So what was the wazn that we learned so far? We're on page 51.
Fa'ala.
On page 51? Af'al. Af'alun. Elongation.
Oh, I see.
Af'alun. So this should be a structure. Page 51. Letter A. You should have af'alun. Let's make this a little bigger.
The plural of the word.
Hey, the plural. Remember, the author's talking about the plurals. So the first wazn we're talking about is af'alun. So you should have this. Can I bring it down some? No? What is he teaching us now? The structure of the singular, the dual, or the plural?
The plural.
Singular or plural?
That's the plural.
Regarding af'alun,
Plural.
the plural. So he's not focusing on the singular here, ya ikhwan. Af'alun, he's going to teach us the plural that looks like af'alun, not the singular.
Okay, so the word al-Latin,
Uh-huh.
that's a plural
Of?
al-Ladun.
Hey, so what's the focus? Which one looks like af'alun, the singular or the plural? Now the sun is coming strong now, ya ikhwan.
Dig it. And
Let's
we
slide
might
up
have to
some.
turn it back.
So
That go that way.
you brothers just come here, so y'all won't sit in the sun. Abdul Malik's always in the sun.
You want to swing the board this way towards the sun, and we turn the tables around.
You think that'll be good?
Yeah, lightweight.
We can see, inshallah.
You do it real quick.
Just gotta get you guys up all the way off the sun.
Still there.
Huh?
We gotta come back.
Or maybe you come over here, Abdul Malik.
Come over there.
Yeah. We could probably turn this way. Oh, hold on, record.
We're gonna have to buy them some shades.
Huh?
Buy
Why
some
did they put
shades
that
to put up.
You got contempt parallel too? What that's the same? Oh, this might be even more shit. Ain't no sun. We ain't got on the sun, that's why either.
We ain't
When the
getting out the
sisters turn, they
sun.
gonna be on the sun too.
The sun is still in the sun.
I don't know if one.
The only way we can go is over there.
Over there, yeah.
That's gonna be
Can you guys, maybe we put us right here and the sister be in the middle? Maybe.
Yeah. I can get right there.
Okay.
Let's move this table over here.
Right here is good. Right here.
And then let the sisters be right here. And that they still won't be in the middle there. But yeah, maybe next time we could try. But this the only spot that seems
That's the
like
only
it's
spot, yeah. That's the only spot. And we got cords along enough.
Who keys is them? Abdul Any keys?
Where?
I got my keys. I
Where?
got mine right there. I got mine in my pocket.
I got mine in my pocket. Somebody grab this table for the sister.
Right. With no books in there, probably.
Yo, Jonathan, you want to grab a chair?
It's terrible.
Abdul Malik, you come here. Maybe you guys squeeze Abdul Malik in there, huh? Whose idea was this? Simpsons chick, Simpsons?
No. Wally said.
Over there?
It's still,
You can't see from over here.
I can't
Yeah,
see
try to
over
keep come here
there.
next to Abdul Wali, maybe?
There you go.
It's coming from too high for you to block it.
Yeah.
No, still on.
Well, no, you could push it back. A little bit more. It's good.
Got it.
Now Sheikh Samsudeen is in the sun. We're about to go Yemeni style. How y'all sit like super difficult? Alright, let me say now. Just got my thing. Fine, so remember, ya ikhwan, the focus is not on the singular. But we mentioned something last week, want you to focus on. The way the author is teaching it, we're going to contradict him slightly. I want you to memorize the singular and then the plural. And then if you understand that, then you can go to the structure. So for example, we're on 51. You can push this shit. So you're gonna be on this.
I can hide behind this little beam.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm
Alright, so write this word down. Our first word you should have so far, waladun. 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 Now don't worry about the wasn't of it yet. No. The plural. طيب. What does waladun mean?
boy.
A boy. Perfect. A boy. Now, ma jama'uhu. What's his plural? Try it again. Hey, awladun. Longation. Awladun. Now this is the wasn't that he's teaching us. The plural. Awladun should look like af'alun. The shape of it. So to make it easy, first we have af'alun. So he brings us 1, 2, 3 words that is plural, looks like af'al. The plural. So you should have waladun, awladun. Then the next word is matarun, amtarun. The next word you should have matarun.
Into walking.
Next one is waqtun, afwan. طيب شكرا شيخ. Next word is waqtun. It's plural. طيب, what is waqtun? Time. Its plural is awqatun. Times.
They don't have that.
Don't have the times? The plural?
Yes, it's on there.
Hey, nah.
It's on there.
That bad. Third word,
Rain.
the plural, singular, matarun. The plural, amtarun. So why did he mention these three words? Who's paying attention? What do they have in common?
They have the same pattern.
Which, the singular or the plural?
The single.
The plural.
plural have the same pattern. Oh yeah, that's right.
If you look at awladun, you see awladun, you see awqatun,
Yeah.
and you see amtarun. They should look just like the pattern of them. Awladun, awqatun, amtarun. They should all be on the shape of af'alun.
So
Fadla.
when you saying the same shape, is that the same as the number of letters that they're on?
Technically, yes. Yes.
Technically.
So it's going to have the same amount of letters, and they're going to be structured the same way. Each of these structure should look like af'alun. All three of them, awqatun, amtarun, awladun, they should have the same amount of letters, and they should end up looking just like this structure. Right? So who doesn't understand? So sometimes this makes it easy in memorizing vocabulary, sometimes it doesn't. طيب, the next pattern, write this pattern down. We're still on page 51. Letter B. You should have fu'ulun. Next pattern, fu'ulun. What's the focus? Singular or plural? Plural. Accent. Listen to Ummi. طيب. Fu'ulun. So the next pattern is fu'ulun. So this next sequence of words, the plural looks like fu'ulun. So the first word, malikun. First word, malikun. What's the meaning of malikun?
King.
A king, mashallah. The plural is going to look like fu'ulun. Ahsant. Mulukun. All we're doing is memorizing the shape. Mulukun. Mulukun. Kings.
In this pattern here, you give me the plural first and then the singular.
Singular first.
You know what I'm saying? Right here in the where it's written in the book.
See how the book has it? He brings the plural first and then the singular. So I'm going to write it the opposite. The singular first and then the plural.
You gonna send us that?
Yeah. And I got you. Good. And my Wi-Fi working. Man, I bless you.
Fu'ulun is just another pattern.
Fu'ulun, remember, we're going to go singular, meaning, plural, and then wasn't. The author is teaching us the wasn't first. We're going to contradict. We're going to learn it the opposite of how he's teaching it. We're going to try to make it easier. First, I want you to focus on the word, then the plural, and then the shape of the plural. No problem. Tfadali.
So the wasn't for Malikun is fa'ala.
The wasn't for malikun. Now make fa'ala look like malikun.
Yeah.
You can. You gotta change some vowels around.
The lead is the back.
Uh-huh. Fatha or kasra.
Okay.
Good. The lam. Oh, afwan, the ain.
Gotta change the kasra to a lam. To a fa.
What's your second letter from fa'ala?
A lam.
Second letter.
Oh, from fa'ala.
Ain.
Ain
Third letter.
and lam.
Lam.
All,
طيب.
all these eyes turned into Duma.
MashaAllah. Ahsant. طيب. So the meme has a fatha. Fa has a fatha. Lam has a kasra. Ain has a kasra. The kaf has a dhamma tanween. Your lam has dhamma tanween. So now it looks like fa'ilun. Just make it look just like whatever word you're talking about. So your word was malikun. So you make fa'ala look like malikun. Now you have fa'ilun.
Okay. Okay, I get it now.
And just the fa'ala is your base. So make whatever you're talking about look like your base.
So if this singular is always going to be fa'ala, or it's going to be a different wazn depending on the word?
Depending on the word, it's going to be a different wazn, but your foundation is always going to return back to fa'ala. Fa'ala is like your, as you're making a building, this is your project. You know how they have that? When they lay it out, you want your library to look like this. This is your asl, your foundation, your base. In the language, they use fa'ala. For example, look at the word muluk. Make muluk look like, or make fa'ala look like muluk. Who can do it without looking? Accent. Fa'ulun. You're just making the word you're talking about look like your base. Your base is fa'ala. So muluk is fa'ul. Fa'ul. But I don't want y'all to do it that way. That's the hard way, ya ikhwan. You guys are starting from the top floor. They start from the basement first. First way, that's how I want you to memorize it. Don't worry about the wasn't yet. Although we're learning the wasn't in the chapter, scratch that out. Don't focus on the wasn't. Just focus on what's more important than the wasn't. The meaning of the word. So look at the screen for a moment. Everybody look at the screen for a moment. I want you to write Melika or Melikun. And then I want you to write the plural. Mulukun. And then you can say which shape is mulukun on. But don't worry about that first. That's not as important as you think, ya ikhwan. Let's memorize Melikun. Melikun is a king. Mulukun, kings. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the most important. Next word. Harufun, hurufun. Don't worry about the shape yet. Write down the word. Harufun. What's a haruf? A letter. That's how I want you to learn it. The plural, hurufun. This one actually has two plurals. We're only going to mention one. Hurufun. Don't worry about the shape. The plural, each one is going to end like fu'ulun. So don't focus on the shape right now. It's not as important as you think. Harufun. The plural, hurufun. That's all I want you to do. Remember, every time you learn the singular, try to learn its plural. So with every one word, we actually learned two words. So now we have Melikun, a king. The plural, mulukun, two words. Then we have harufun, a letter. The plural, hurufun, 4 words. Because every singular has a plural. طيب, and I think we have 2 more. طيب,
Su'al.
تفضل.
You have, yes, you said harufun.
Mm.
And in the book, he deals with the plural first. I understand that.
Right.
What would, we go by the pattern. Oh, I see.
Go by the pattern.
I see it.
His goal, ya ikhwan, he's showing us that each one of these plurals, Malikun is plural, Harafun is plural, Saifun is plural, Ilmun is plural, that they're going to look like Fu'ulun. That's it. That's all he's showing. What we're saying is that that's not as important right now. If I tell you how many chapters in the Quran, how many chapters are in the Quran?
114.
Somebody says 114. That's correct. طيب. While you're memorizing Quran, what's really the benefit of that? I know it's 114 chapters. I'm still memorizing chapter number 2.
The understanding.
But it's not. How is that going to bring you closer to Allah?
No.
By implementing it.
How you going to implement is 114 chapters.
By reciting and learning. Still wrong.
So what I'm trying to tell you, ikhwan, is some things are extremely important. Some things are not important right now. Learning the shape of the word, if you guys can understand that, is awesome. But it's not as important right now. Focus on the word. Malikun, not the shape of Malikun. What does Malikun mean? A king. Now if I can memorize the shape, is on the fa'ilun shape, alhamdulillah. But if I don't see what you're saying, ya akhi, when you say shape, wasn't pattern, structure, you throw me off. It's not that important right now. Memorize Malikun is a king. Plural, mulukun. Alright, let's do 2 more words inshallah.
You did harufun.
We did harufun, hurufun. Harufun is a letter. Hurufun, letters.
Qulubun.
Next word,
Heart.
start off with the singular.
Qalbun.
Hey, qalbun. Qalbun is a heart.
Qulubun.
The plural, qulubun, is on the shape of fu'ulun. So now we have 6 new words. Malikun, a king, is plural, mulukun. Harufun, a letter, is plural, hurufun. Qalbun, a heart, is plural, qulubun. Tfadal.
So we would, not knowing these structures wouldn't bring you to this kind of conclusion.
It would, but it wouldn't.
It would.
Like you can memorize the letters, you can memorize a word without learning the structure of it.
I guess what I'm saying is that we have to learn these particular levels, right?
You do, because that's the wazn that the word falls on. But do you have to memorize the wazn? No.
No, you don't.
You can memorize hurufun without knowing it's on the fu'ulun shape. Because that's the next page, that's the next level. Right now, focus on the word. Later on you will see, ikhwan, oh, I get the shape now. It's talking about the shape. But some of you, it may be difficult. This is our first time hearing the likes of these terms. So that's okay. The more we learn, the more we're constant and consistent, you'll understand the terms, inshallah. It's going to become easier and easier and easier.
Sure.
I remember the first time you start hearing the word raka'ah and qiyam and ruku' and sujood. What are you talking about, ya akhi? I never learned these terms. And then you learn them, Allah's mercy becomes easier and easier and easier. طيب.
Get 2 more.
Next word, Abdul Wali.
This word is Saifun.
Sayfun.
Saifun.
Sayfun is a sword. A sword. Sayfun is plural. Suyufun, swords. So I want you to focus on the words. Remember, your first 2 years of Arabic, the most important is the vocabulary, not the shape of a word. If you get that, Allahu Akbar. But if you don't get it right now, la yadurru abadan. It's never going to harm. Memorizing the word. Sayfun is a sword. That's all I want you to learn. The plural, suyufun, swords. Qalbun, a heart. Qulubun, hearts. Waqtun, time. Awqatun, times. Matarun, rain. Amtarun, rains. No, you can't say that in English, but in Arabic, you can make rain a plural. And our last word,
Hello.
ilmun. MashaAllah. طيب, ilmun is knowledge. It can also be a science. So you can write knowledge or a science. It can also be a field of study. What ilm are you studying? What field are you studying? She says, I'm studying hadith. I'm studying Arabic. The plural, ulumun. Ulumun, sciences. Fields. Ulumun. So we have how many words now? 8 or 10? Counting the singular and the plural. 10 words.
Last word?
Ilmun, ulumun.
You got, before you get to C, you got Darusun. Darusun.
Darusun and durusun. طيب, so don't go to C yet.
The last one is Darusun.
Last one is Darusun. Oh, we have one more. I sent you. So we have Darusun is a class. A lesson is plural. Durusun.
Can it be a lecture also?
A lecture, it could be a lecture, but that wouldn't be the correct translation. It could be understood to be that. But a lesson or class would be better. A lecture would be more like a muhadara. Not every lecture is a class. I'm not really a big fan of lectures, ya ikhwan. I like classes more. Lectures, most people are not taking notes, memorizing. We're just sitting there listening. MashaAllah, that's a good point. But we're not really writing it down. In classes, you're writing it down. Alright, so let's have one small review. I'm going to ask the word, and you have to bring me the plural without looking at your notes. Everyone close their notes.
The words we just did.
Close the word up with the words we just did. Let's see who's paying attention. No looking at your notes. Yes. Look on your screen there. Darusun. So 10 words. Most of these words you already know. I know you know the singular. The plurals are new to us. This I want you to practice when you go home. Say the singular, give me the plural. And then I'll give you the plural, you give me the singular. If you can do that, you got it. So each one of you is going to get a word. I want you to tell me the plural. And then we'll stop for today, inshallah.
How do you say I don't know?
Oh.
You even get
لا أدري. لا أدري يا أخي. طيب. One of our sisters will be first. Your word is علم. Give me the plural. علم. Try it again. MashaAllah. Ahsanti. The plural is علوم. علوم. Knowledge. MashaAllah. Our second sister. Malikun. MashaAllah. Ahsanti. The plural mulukun. Mulukun. Kings. طيب, Abdul Malik. Your word is Darusun, a class or a lesson. MashaAllah. Abdul Malik won his title back. Yes. Durusun. I'm tired of being where's Sheikh Yusuf yet? I miss Yusuf. We gotta get all the brothers back. I ain't seen Yusuf in a while myself. Oh, he moved. Alhamdulillah. طيب, Darusun is plural. Durusun, classes or lessons. Sheikh Abdul Wali, your word is waqtun. Waqtun. One more time.
Ukutun.
أو
Awutun.
أوقات
Awutun.
أوقات
Awutun.
No, makes sense. Sheikh Shamsuddin, your word is matarun. 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 He did this today. Did you do it today? Yesterday. Accent. Amtarun. So this is one of the nice ways to practice, ya ikhwan. You say the singular, let your companion say the plural. Then you say the plural, then I'm going to say the singular. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, y'all get back to your study group. Y'all used to have
Sure.
in the beginning. May Allah bless you all, ya ikhwan.
Yeah, my man came out today, man. Fine.
Alhamdulillah.
Abdul Aziz.
Abdul Aziz, Allah. I thought he was going to come today.
I don't know, he was here.
Nah.
He just been sick.
Alright, so we'll stop there, ya ikhwan. We're still on page 51. Once you memorize these first 10 words, then you go on to letter C. Don't focus on the wazns as much. Focus on the words. Learn the singular and the plural. And then if you want to memorize the shape, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So we'll stop there. If anyone has any questions or comments or the likes, they can put them forth. If not, then we'll stop there inshallah and we'll continue the next class. Wa jazakum Allah khairan. Fadl ya Shaykh.
How you say it again?
Su'alun?
So, Alan.
Naam.
Not a question, more just a statement. How are we gonna do the extra time? You know, we're gonna go back to Saturday and Sundays?
We're still debating, Ikhwan. The brothers are talking to the administration now to see about doing some new classes. I just talked to the Sheikh Dawood yesterday. So we have to run everything by the administration, mashallah. And also trying to put together some more classes. So we may go to our 3 days again of Arabic or keep the 2 days and do another subject, inshallah.
This Thursday is gonna stay after also.
That's another question. Is Thursday going to stay after Asr or we're going to go back to between Maghrib and Isha? I guess we'll see what's easier for the group. If this time is easier, yes. I mean, you're never going to be able to please everyone. If the majority of the group can't make after Asr, then of course we'll change it. If the majority of the group feels Maghrib is better, then we'll try to wa alaikum salam. We'll try to comply with the majority. We're not going to be able to please everyone, I don't think, but we're going to try our best here, Ikhwan. Some brothers can't make Asr or Maghrib. So we're going to try our best to make it easy on the most of us, inshallah. As far as myself, after Asr is good, inshallah ta'ala. If the majority feels that this is inconvenience, then we could try to change. Asr is great for you. So for now, we'll just keep it after Asr.
Because as the days go on, it's gonna get later and later.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be traveling that day by myself.
Yeah, plus not to have the sis out too late yet, Ikhwan. We put them online, but it's still not the same. It's better to be in the class. So, inshallah, either we're going to keep the 3, we may go back to 3, or we may keep twice, and then that third day we'll try to do another subject, maybe a small book of hadith or a small book of fiqh or something like that. As far as the homework, we changed the structure of the class slightly. So we're not going to explain the homework in class as much. So we want you to, we will still want you to either bring the homework, we want you to do the homework, ya ikhwan. The brothers had to catch up with the sisters, of course. They're the only ones who do the homework nowadays. May Allah help us all, ya ikhwan. Well,
I don't know what it was, but I did it.
So either you could bring it in or take a picture of it as the sister may have order, and she sends it to the app. So you can take a picture of you can give it to me for class, that's up to you, or you can take a picture of it and send it to the Telegram. So both ways are accepted. And then we're going to check it and send it back to you, some comments or like that. But we may not, since it was taking so long to go over the homework in class, we may save that for homework, and y'all submit the homework, we'll grade it and send it back to you, and we'll go from there, inshallah. Alright. Anyone else here, Ikhwan? So you have your homework, we'll take your homework for the last class or so. I have this is already. She sent hers in. Alhamdulillah.
I got my homework right here.
Alright, I'll take your homework.
Who's the homework in?
The homework was a few
No, we had to write them
Okay.
words.
Artis has a question, Ikhwan.
It's like 15 times, the first 15 words.
10.
Allahu Akbar,
First
that's
10.
perfect.
10.
Well, Allah bless you.
First 15.
Let's hear the sister's question, Ikhwan. No. 16, Arabic, English, English to Arabic. Arabic to English, 16. What's the sentence? Li Muhammadin. That one? Li Muhammadin sayfun qati'un wa li Hasanin qalbun salihun. Oh, that's a difficult one, ya ikhwan. Number 16. Li Muhammadin sayfun qati'un wa li Hasanin qalbun salihun. Let me hear how you translated it first, my sister.
That's the one you did online.
No, she went on. She's in the homework already. No, alhamdulillah. Muhammad sword, good. Oh, close. Look at it. Look at it a little bit more careful. Look at it one more time. Li. Let's go. Yeah, fine. Cutting, good. But is it a verb or a noun? How do you have it in the book? You see tanween? Good. Tanween teaches you that it's a tanween. Ahsan is a noun. Li Muhammadun or li Muhammadin sayfun. So you have that first part correctly. Li, this should be a meme. Li Muhammadin. Li Muhammad. Where's my meme? Right. Belonging to Muhammad or Muhammad has. Li is always going to be belonging to or someone has. If I say have that tablet, li, this tablet belongs to me. هذه الصفحة أو هذه الصحيفة li, this page belongs to me. So this li is going to be belonging to or he has. So you can say belonging to Muhammad or Muhammad has. What does he have? Sayfun, a sword. So now let's describe the sword. Qati'un. Now it looks like this is a verb, but it has a tanween. So sayf is the mawsuf, the noun that's being described. Qati'un, the describer. Belonging to Muhammad or Muhammad has a cutting sword. Can also be like a sharp. Will be more better in English. Muhammad has sayfun qati'un, a sharp cutting sword. You ever see when someone, the women don't get offended here. A lot of times women are better arguers. I've never won an argument with a woman yet. Like, their tongues are usually qati'. You know qati'?
Sharp.
It's sharp. She knows how to knock you down and keep you down.